Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a New Year's Eve look. I already did my eyebrows because I did that in the last video. So first I'm going to do a transition color on my crease, and I'm just using the Sigma tapered blending brush. And I think I'm going to take this color and this color mixed together just to create a transition color. This is the Jaclyn Hill palette. So you just want to apply this like just to your crease. It can be sloppy or whatever. You just want to apply it there so the other shadows are easier to blend. I just applied that transition color. I like to do it because it just makes your eyeshadows blend more easy and it makes it look flawless. Next, I'm going to be going in with a darker brown. I think I want this look to be like bronzy but have like some rose gold shimmer in it. I'm going to be taking this color right here from the Jaclyn Hill palette. It's kind of like a reddish brown color. I'm taking the same brush I used for the transition color, and I'm just going to apply this like deep in my crease, so I'm not going to focus on blending it up like I did with the transition color. I'm just going to put it like right in my crease and make sure to keep my brush right there. I like to keep it right in the depth of my crease because you don't want any like darkness to come up to your eyebrow, obviously. You want to keep it like right in the center because if you start blending all over your eyelid, it's just going to look like a sloppy mess. If things start to look a little bit patchy or unblended, I like to hold my brush farther back and just do windshield wiper motions on the eyelid, just to blend everything out and create a more seamless line. You don't want to have any harsh lines when you're doing eyeshadow. You want everything to look really blended and smoked out. I'm going to be going in with my Sigma blending E25 brush, and it just looks like this. It's more of like a smaller brush. It's not like fluffy all the way around. It's for blending, but obviously getting the color where you want it. These eyeshadows in this palette are so pigmented, so after I get some product on my brush, I like to tap off the excess. With this chocolate brown color, I'm just going to be applying it to the outer half of my lid and just blending it halfway into the crease. It really doesn't matter how like sloppy you have it on the outside of your eyes, because you can take a makeup wipe and just wipe it away. If you want like the crisp, clean, like cut eyeshadow, just take your makeup wipe on your finger and just swipe it up. I like to do my eyeshadow first in case there's like any fallout, especially if you're using glitter. You always want to do your eyeshadow first because glitter will get all over your foundation and ruin it. Taking the Sigma brush I've already used, I'm just going to go back in with the transition colors I used at the beginning and just blend all of the darkness out. With the Sigma blending E25 brush, I'm going in with a really dark color, and it's another like deep chocolate brown color, and just applying this to the very crease on my lid. This step takes a while to blend because you're applying a super dark color to the center of your eyelid. So if you have any harsh lines, like I kind of have a little bit, I'll just go back in with a transition color and just blend it all out. If you want to get perfect shadow, the key is really to blend. You're going to take a lot of time doing it, but the end result is so worth it. Since it's New Year's Eve, I really want my eyeshadow to be dramatic, so I'm going to go back in with that deepest shade that I put in my crease and apply it to the outer half of my eye. When I'm blending like darker shades, I like to blend out. So when you take your makeup wipe, you can just clean it up and your eyeshadow kind of sticks more out. It makes your eyes look a lot bigger. So today I think I want to do a like glitter half cut crease. So I'm taking the Stila Magnificent Metals in the color Rose Gold Retro. These eyeshadows are liquid and they're really easy to crease. So once you apply it, just keep your eyes closed and wait for it to dry. Once you have the first coat on, I usually like to go in with a second coat just to make sure there's no like patchiness or anything. Once you let that second coat dry, go in with any kind of fluffy brush and just blend out the edges. I just like to, like right in between the matte eyeshadow and the sparkly, I just like to blend it like right there. This is what it looks like when you have it blended. And so next, I think I want to do like a liner, like a glitter liner in my crease from here to here. So I'm just going to be taking the Urban Decay Heavy Metal liquid eyeshadow in Midnight Cowboy. And I'm just going to go along with my crease and just apply a thin line. Once I have the eyeliner on my crease, I'm just going to be patting it on the half cut crease. After that step, I'm just going to be taking a makeup wipe and wiping it away. The eyeshadow looks a little bit crazy right now, but it will look really good whenever you apply your eyeliner and your false lashes. So taking my makeup wipe, I'm just going to wipe it up, and you can see how it creates that really sharp line. This is also going to make it a lot easier to apply wing liner if that's a look you're going for. Next, I'm going to be applying my eyeliner, and today I think I want to do a wing. So to create a wing, I like to start with the tail first, make sure the tails match, and then I'll go in on the top of the lid. I'm going to be doing this step off camera because it's really hard to film and do this at the same time. So I'm back and I'm done with my eyeliner. And next, I'm just going to be applying a small coat of mascara on my eyelashes just to get them ready for some falsies. For my eyelashes today, I'm going to be using my favorites. They are the Ardell Demi Wispies in black. When applying my eyelashes, I like to apply the glue to the strip and a little bit more on each end just so they stick to the inner corner and the outside of your eye better. And I let the glue get tacky before I apply it. I'm also going to be applying these off camera. So as you can see, falsies really do change up the makeup look. It just makes it look a lot more cleaner and more dramatic and like you actually know what you're doing. Next, to blend my regular lashes and my falsies together, I just take another coat of mascara and just apply it to both of them. And then once I have my foundation on, I'll come back and do my lower lash line, but for right now, I'm just going to be applying some lighter eyeshadows underneath my brow bone and in my inner corner. For this step, I take the Sigma pencil brush E30, and it just looks like this. It's just a smaller, I don't know if you can see it. It's just a smaller compacted brush. And in the Jaclyn Hill palette, I'm going to be taking these two shades, mixing them together, and that's what I'm going to be applying. So I just apply this right in my tear duct, and it just, as you can see, it just brightens up the eyes. There's that. Next, I'm just going to be doing my foundation. First, I'm going to be taking my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer and spraying this on the outer half of my face because I use a pore filling primer on my T-zone. So I like to spray on the outside of my face just so I have like something there for the makeup to attach to. For this, I either like to pat it in or I like to just fan it. It gets really wet, so you want to make sure it dries, and you can actually feel it when it's dry because it's really tacky. Then to fill in my pores, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Optical Illusion Complexion Primer, and this is my favorite primer I've tried out for like blurring. It just like blurs your face together. It makes you look like you don't have any imperfections. So like I said in my last video, I just apply this to my T-zone. and then I just blend it out. For this, I really like to pat it with my fingertips. Just makes the product sink into your pores. Next, I've been trying out the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, and I've been loving it. It feels like you have nothing on your face, but it gives you the coverage that I want. I usually like a full coverage foundation. I just pour some out on the back of my hand, and I just do dots all over my face. I'm looking into the viewfinder and in a mirror, so if it doesn't look like I'm looking directly in the camera, it's because I have to have something to look at while I'm doing my makeup. So I apply tons of dots all over my face because I like a lot of coverage, and if I apply more, I just feel like it gives me the amount I want. So I'm taking my Real Techniques blending sponge, and I think this is better than the Beauty Blender, and it's a lot cheaper. I'm just tapping it into my face. You never want to rub. Any extra that I have on my hand, I'm just going to be applying it. I usually go in with 2 layers of foundation, especially with this foundation, because I love it. Like, I love the effect that it gives, but I just want more coverage. And this product is super buildable, so there's really no problem in doing it. I've been trying to use more affordable products because I know that everyone can't just go out and buy like a $55 foundation, and there are so many good products at the drugstore that are so much cheaper and they work the exact same. I just got done doing my cream contour routine, and I posted a video on it yesterday, so if you want to see it, you can go watch it. So next, I'm going to be going in with my Coty Airspun powder and baking my face. So I did this step because I know it looks ridiculous, but I do it because it makes your face just look flawless, and yeah, I don't really know. It doesn't crease under your eyes, and I guess just lots of people do it, and I found that it's like really changed up my makeup. So this is probably like one of my favorite steps just because it keeps your makeup on all day. Once it's sat there for a while, I just like to go around like all the spots where I didn't apply it and kind of just press it in. And then if your face is looking a little bit powdery, afterward, after you brush all the product off, you can go in with a setting spray, and I'll be showing you that in a minute. I'm just taking this Real Techniques brush and I'm just wiping all of this away. Like I said, this can make your face look a little bit powdery, but it's well worth it because it keeps your makeup on. Next, I take a Maybelline just setting spray. I usually like to have the Urban Decay one, but I ran out, so I thought like I'd try another one that's more affordable, but I definitely prefer that one over this one. Well, after that, I'm just going to be applying another powder, and this is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Luminous Light Powder, and this has like micro shimmers in it, so it makes your face look more dewy instead of matte, which I like. I don't like my face to look completely matte, but as you can see, like it just added some shine, and then this is my matte side, and then that's that. So I just put this all over. Next, taking my Morphe M527 brush, it just looks like this. I use it for bronzer. I use the Merle Norman Sunnyside bronzer, and I'm almost out of this, so leave below a comment of what bronzer you would like to see me try out next. So I just apply this in the E and 3 thing. I've learned it on YouTube. And so yeah, just like my forehead, anywhere you apply the contour, like if you go back and watch my video, you'll see where I applied it, and then that's where you want to apply this. This just bronzes up your face, makes you look more alive. And then since I contoured my nose, I'm just adding like a little bit just to define it a little bit more. Taking my Estee Lauder blush, and it's in the color Peach Passion. Just looks like this. I just like a lighter, more like shimmery color, no matter if it's like winter or summer. It just makes it look more natural for me. I don't really like a harsh blush. And then usually people say to apply it to the apples of your cheeks, but I don't really like the way that looks, so I start like right above my bronzer or contour or whatever, and just blend it back into my hairline. So I don't ever like come here and do it. I just blend it back. Once I have that on, I usually go in with a highlighter. And today, surprisingly, I don't really want it to be like beaming because my eyes are like a lot. So I'm just going to be taking the Hourglass highlighter, and it's more of a natural shade. This is what it looks like. And I usually take a fan brush, or I really have been liking the Sigma brush. Looks like this. They're both really dirty, but today I think I'm going to be taking my fan brush and just applying it to the tops of your cheekbones. And I like to apply some here just to make it like blend better, and it looks more natural if you do that. And then down the bridge of my nose, on my cupid's bow, and then I just apply some like wherever I want a little bit of sparkle. Okay, going back to the eyes, I'm going to take, let's see, I think I'm going to take this color. It's just kind of like a lightish brown, and I'm going to be applying that underneath my lower lashes. After that, I'm just going to be applying some bottom mascara. And then next I'm going to be doing my lips, and I think I want to go for a nude color today. I'm taking the Huda Beauty Lip Contour and Trendsetter. I'm sure you already saw this if you've watched my videos in the past. I've just really been enjoying it. And then I like to apply the Anastasia matte liquid lipstick in the color Pure Hollywood. It's just a really light color, and I like the way that it looks when you apply a dark lip liner and then fill it in with a lighter color. That's it for this makeup tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you want to see more makeup tutorials, just comment down below and give this video a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. I've been loving YouTube so far, and I can't wait to make some more videos.